LIBS of TikTok was just doxxed this week by Taylor Lorenz, Washington Post, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Obviously, LIBS of TikTok is an account that wanted to stay anonymous. It wasn't a person. It wasn't a personal brand account. It was just an account that reposted.
It wasn't Michael from San Diego. It was LIBS of TikTok. Here you go.
Exactly. And they're just the account obviously posts a lot of the cringe of the week comes from that account. They post videos that were posted by leftist teachers, leftist professors, or just leftists in general.
Critical race enthusiasts,
LGBTs.
Those types.
So these were clips.
The teachers who like to go off script in the classroom.
Exactly. And these posts were public. They're on TikTok. They're on Twitter. They're on Instagram. And LIBS of TikTok does a great job of compiling them and putting them all in one place. So it's not like they were secret recordings or, someone who didn't know this information was going to be out there. This was publicly posted stuff and just reorganized.
Yeah. Selfie video, Project Veritas. Like, I'm doing it myself. We don't need to go on a fake date. We don't need anything.
But a lot of people are obviously misinterpreting what happened and what's going on. Cenk Uygur, I don't even know how to say his name. I hate that guy. He said, "It's amazing that the right-wingers are so stupid that they can't see that cheering on LIBS of TikTok as she tries to get teachers fired for being gay or supportive of gay students is engaging in the thing they claim they hate the most, cancel culture." It's clearly not the same thing.
Yeah, like in your workplace, at your job.
Yeah, exactly. And these are teachers that were directly involved with students a lot of times posting this. It's not like it's like an outside the classroom opinion. A lot of these videos were taken in the classroom and are about the teachers who are teaching the students. Like, hey, here's what I'm teaching them this week. Or here, I told my student I'm trans and tried to explain it to him.
Well, my preschool class does this.
Yeah.
And it's like you just showed us everything.
So it's not really cancel culture. It's more exposing. Cancel culture would have been like what they did to Gina Carano or Nick Sandman or people who didn't want the vaccine. That's cancel culture.
Yeah. Like if I'm a barista and every time I hand someone a coffee, I go, here you go. And I dump it out and then I get fired. Is that cancel culture or is that just someone not doing their job?
Someone not doing their job appropriately.
Yeah.
Here's an example. I think we may have covered this a few months back, but here's an example of a teacher who was fired for something that LIBS of TikTok reposted.
So much for that question. I use the term minor attracted person or MAP in the title and throughout the book for multiple reasons. First of all, because I think it's important to use terminology for groups that members of that group want others to use for them. And MAP advocacy groups like Before You Act have advocated for use of the term MAP.
Minor attracted person.
Instead of pedophile. And
because that's what the group wants you to use. The group of pedophiles wants you to say MAP.
The pedophiles think it would be softer, easier language if they were called MAPs instead of pedos.
So we're taking instruction from pedophiles now.
And Cenk cheers it on.
Yeah.
That's what Cenk thinks is was good. He thinks that the person, I guess, shouldn't have gotten fired. It's obviously this is just bigger picture, an attempt to destroy conservative media. LIBS of TikTok recently merged with Babylon Bee. Obviously, Babylon Bee is suspended from Twitter. People are coming for Babylon Bee because they know how effective satire is, and they're coming for LIBS of TikTok because they know how effective she is. These, like we said before, all these videos were posted by the people themselves on a public platform with the hope of getting views and support.
Yeah, it's like uninterrupted, no commentary source material, just like the Joe Biden shaking hands thing. It's like you're watching it, and you can't. There's no editorializing at all, for the most part, other than the captions, and so it's just an insane argument to make that they're
very eye-opening,
doing something out of character or out of context.
Exactly, very eye-opening, and then Taylor Lorenz is like, on this mission where she's saying, oh, like this is so dangerous. People are getting doxxed. It's, I'm in danger, as she literally does it herself. When you post someone's information, for example, when they posted LIBS of TikTok's personal information and where she works, you're basically opening the door to Antifa and saying, hey, Antifa, here's this person who's anti-LGBT or however you want to frame it. Go do your worst. And that was the goal. And this happens a lot. It's very a dangerous situation when you dox these people. There was a guy in Ukraine, Gonzalo Lira, who had a Telegram, and he was there. And he's basically giving the other side of the Ukraine-Russia situation, not necessarily pro-Russia, but definitely not pro-Ukraine, just basically telling the truth from personal experience. And he always said, if you ever don't hear from me for more than 12 hours, I'm probably captured or dead. Daily Beast released his information, turned it over to the Ukrainian military, and now we don't hear from Gonzalo Lira for about a week now.
Wow.
So you can pretend it's just,
So did
fair
the Daily
reporting.
Beast kill someone?
Daily Beast sounds like they kind of killed somebody.
Step 1, step 2, killed someone. Someone
Yeah.
dead.
So way worse than what Libs at TikTok did. The stuff Libs at TikTok did was worthy of exposure.
Yeah.
Parents are happy to see it. It's eye opening, and if it's not even if it's not your district, it makes people kind of tune in and say, "Hey, I need to be careful about what my kids are consuming and who my kids are surrounded by."
Absolutely.
So now you have this situation. It obviously gets way worse.
Yeah. Can I read a tweet? Of
course.
On broader perspective here. Someone tweeted, this girl, Grace, said, what I'm learning from the Libs of TikTok situation is that the progressive left really doesn't like their own beliefs and ideas to be leaked into the mainstream at a rate and in a manner they don't control. So, I mean, that's pretty prescient because all this is the teachings that these people are doing kind of in private, being exposed faster than they can shape the narrative around it. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious they need a Jen Psaki type or a fact checker type to filter it for you. And Libs of TikTok obviously cut right through that filter, and you've seen how mad that made them,
As Morning Joe and the girl said,
Mika.
yeah, Mika,
That's our job.
that's our job to tell you how to think based on the facts we show.
So
it's
bad.
interesting, and also I relate to it. In the beginning, when I was doing street videos, people would get mad at me and say I'm some right-wing provocateur. I'm doing all these bad things, and it's like, guys, I went to the protest. I said, "What are you doing here?" And the girl goes, "Donald Trump is worse than Hitler. We gotta stop him from killing all the Jews." And I was just like, "Okay, like, is that my fault?"
Straight from the Muppet's mouth.
You could have said something smart, and I probably wouldn't have used it, or I would put it up, and it wouldn't look good for me. It would just be, a good argument. But if you don't have a good argument, and you're a Muppet, and you're confused, and you're misled, when you say the quiet part out loud, it comes across way worse.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of what's happening there. Obviously, we support and love Libs of TikTok. And she's keeping it 100. She's not backing down. She's not letting this stop her. And now she's got this as a full-time gig, I think, kind of in conjunction with Babylon Bee. So congrats to her.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I wish she was on Tucker and phoned it in. I wish she just showed up, said, "This is my face. Here I am now."
Yeah. I think she did a couple times.
Really?
I forget when, but I think there were some interviews where she did and showed her face.
Interesting.
But, yeah, not priority. But I think she probably will eventually.
For sure.
Moving on.